right, folks, so we have taken a lot of your comments and feedback to heart in previous helmet and product reviews. I'm going to put all three of these helmets on my head today so you can see what they look like on, and also share some of my overall thoughts and impressions on all three of these helmets and how they compare to each other, and maybe which way I would personally go if I were making the purchase. So before we get too lost into all the details, let me pull these guys out. We made a really in-depth dissected. We actually traveled down to Fox's HQ, met with their team, went into the lab, smashed a helmet, and had a lot of fun. So we'll link that. Click it up here if you want to really get into the details and learn about the inside of this helmet and what's going on. So we're going to fly over it pretty quickly. So this is the outgoing, I guess. It's still available plenty of places. I still love it. I would still wear it. Current last generation Speedframe helmet. So this is the 50th anniversary color edition, $189 currently on sale, depending on the color. They've got, I think, everything from like $159 to $199. So pretty comparable in price. There it is. So let's get into the flagship model next, which is the RS. This is, as of the time that we publish this review, the #1 safest tested helmet that Virginia Tech has ever put through their testing. A 5-star helmet like the previous gen and all Fox Speedframe helmets. One of the standout features about it is the MIPS Integra Split, where you can see these two different colors here. There's actually movement in here, so it's not just a MIPS liner, but it's actually the Integra Split, which has been around in some full face helmets that Fox has built, but this is the first time it's been in an open face helmet. You've got dual density EPP and EPS foam to handle impacts of high speeds, and low speed. So you got subconcussive and kind of major traumatic impact energy dissipation in here. You've got the antimicrobial thicker Ionic Plus padding that's easily removable, washable BOA, FID lock, retail price of $279 and a weight of roughly 400 grams plus or minus for the size medium that I have here. So let me get this helmet on and show you guys what it looks like. There it is. Okay, it's one of the things you guys have criticized me about in the past. Again, MIPS in the back. You've got the adjustable kind of cradle, so you can adjust that. Here's the amount of movement. I don't know if you can tell, but if you try to spot this kind of the lighter inner liner, you might be able to see it's a pretty snug overall fit. I think it's pretty tight. Haven't really had any creaking noise or other issues. So a solid helmet. I like the padding inside here is a little bit thicker than the Pro model. However, there's quite a few things about the Pro model that I like maybe more than this one. But what's really exciting about this helmet is the Integra Split system. And it's it's e-bike certified. Now guys, before you lose your minds about this, it's not a marketing thing. All it means is that it's a different safety standard and testing protocol, that it now handles impacts of e-bikes, which are normally going 28 miles an hour, right? So it's not a marketing thing. There's an actual safety test like Department of Transportation and CPSC, all these sort of boards and certification standards. So this is gonna be more protective at higher speed impacts, and Fox thought that was important because trail bikes and trail riders are riding faster, so they opted to make a bike that meets that safety standard, not for marketing necessarily, but more to create a better, safer helmet for high speed riders. Okay, let's move on. I'm off the soapbox. Okay, moving into the Pro helmet. This is the one that I've honestly been wearing the most since receiving it. I really like how just attached to this helmet I feel, whereas the RS kind of feels like the Pro plus a shell on top of that. This thing just feels like it's like a beanie, right? Like it's just on me. There's not a lot of movement. It's snug, it's tight. The ventilation is very impressive. It is on that, but I think this is just a little bit more ventilated. It just feels slimmer, tighter, just like a dialed package. Same FID lock, BOA adjustments in the back. What this helmet has, rather than the Integra Split, is the MIPS Air Node technology, which has been around in road bikes for a while. Not a ton, I don't think, in the mountain bike helmet space, but essentially, rather than having like a traditional MIPS liner, which some have had issues with creaking, making noise, etc., there's a low friction liner, or LFL, that is part of the back of this padded material that attaches to small bits of Velcro. Now the concept here is that this low friction layer on the foam can slide and move. So if there's an impact, it'll slide, it'll break off of that little bit of Velcro that's on there. You know, I'll be honest, maybe I'm just not smart enough, or maybe I'm too skeptical. You know, I have to trust that MIPS isn't just totally making something up. They are a safety company, and they pride themselves on making products that actually help with safety. But, you know, I don't know. The helmet's a 5-star helmet. It's the second safest helmet that Virginia Tech has ever tested, behind the other Speedframe RS. But yeah, I'm not here to try to sell you guys or convince you that it's real. I'm just telling you what's in there. I wear this helmet, so therefore I believe it, even if I don't totally understand it. But there you have it. 350 grams for this helmet, if I didn't say that already. 400 versus the other. So again, plus or minus, I think they have it like maybe 20 to 30 gram discrepancy or variation. But I really like this helmet a lot. I like the feel, I like the fit. I have used this little GoPro mount, as you can tell. I filmed the pivot riding camp footage of the recent released Trail Cat. I noticed when I had a big GoPro 13 on here, this visor would kind of like, it would actually flex and move a little bit, which, speaking of, reminding me of the visor, some feedback that Fox took is the new helmet has adjustable visors, 2 positions, so no more wonky visor. There have been a couple times where I've filmed videos and my visor's been crooked, and then I don't know until the footage. I'm like, guys, give me a heads up here, dude. If my visor's crooked and I'm looking like a goof, just tell me. That's not a problem anymore on the new Speedframe. So thanks, Fox, for listening to that. Yes, other than that, Fox Speedframe. I love the helmets. I love the old one. I love the new ones. Safety is important. I definitely want to protect the few brain cells I've got left. Squirrel moment, another thing that has been improved, as I'm looking down the channel here, eyewear storage. So sunglasses, that was another thing that Fox riders and customers had complained about. So along with the visor, you now have glasses storage. Okay, so I really like the helmets. Long story short, I trust them. I wear them almost exclusively if I'm not wearing a full face, which is most of the time these days. Like, no BS, I like the fit, feel, weight, breathability of this helmet the most. It's awesome. I just love how connected and tight it feels on my head. I'm like a 56, 57 centimeter head. I have a size medium. It fits great. The RS, which is also size medium, 55 to 59 centimeter is their range, right? Has thicker pads. It's got these Ionic Plus pads, like I was saying. So it's got more padding here. I tend to sweat a lot in the summer, so I kind of get a bit sweaty. So I like having that extra padding. And I don't know if that extra thicker padding is part of, like, I don't want to call it a disconnected feeling, but it just feels like from the outermost part of the shell to my head, like it just feels like, you know, like when you like used to have phone calls with someone and it's like, oh, it sounds like you're in the room with me, versus like, it sounds like you're on the other side of the world. It's not that drastic, but you get what I'm saying. Like, the Pro feels like it's there, like just my head. This just feels like it's the next step, a little bit bigger. But I do like the peace of mind of knowing that this is an even safer helmet, and it will do an even better job of absorbing impact energy and transmission. There you go. One last look. I'll put the Pro back on here. Give you guys one more look at that. So all that to say, if I were buying one of these helmets for myself, what would I buy? Purely based on fit, feel, I would probably buy this one, I think. it's tough. I mean, it's 199 bucks versus 279 bucks. It's lighter, it's more breathable. This arguably has some thicker, more sweat absorbing pads, and it is safer. And I really don't think that the ventilation difference, you know, you can see a little difference in here. It's going to be pretty close, but maybe just a tad warmer. I don't know. I would probably talk myself into this helmet, to be honest, if I was buying it. I don't have any complaints wearing it, but it's just like when I'm coming from this helmet that just fits like a glove to this, sometimes I've been like, man, I just really like how slim and profile that thing fits. But long story short, I like both of these helmets. You're not going to go wrong with either one. They also have a $109 version, which is also a 5-star rated helmet. A couple different tech features and changes just to get that price point down. But I don't think there's many other helmets that are $100-ish that are 5-star Virginia Tech rated helmets. So props to Fox for making that happen. That's pretty sweet. So there you have it, folks. The new Fox Speedframe Pro and RS. That way, Pro and RS. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Leave any comments or questions you have down below. And let us know what you think about third-party testing like Virginia Tech. Would you like to see more brands sending helmets out to get tested and validated? Speaking of testing and validation, make sure you guys check out our members platform. We will link that right here at the end of the video, but we were lucky enough to do a giveaway with Fox and get one of our members one of these helmets for our new members reviews column. So if you guys want to test, review products for us, get entered into a ton of raffles and giveaways, make sure you check that out. It also helps support us as we try to support racers, riders, photographers, and videographers out there living the dream and creating content. So thank you guys very much for the support, and we'll see you out on the trails.